This is True Nigeria TV, where we gather the authentic and unbiased opinion of various men and women about what is currently happening in Nigeria, and we'll give you those information as they hot. And don't also forget, you can also be part of what we are doing. Just leave your opinion in the comment section of this video, and don't forget, we watch to understand and not to argue. These individuals are giving their opinion based off of the information that was sourced on the web. You too can also be part of what we are doing. Leave your comment in the comment section of the video, and also don't forget to share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you always be notified whenever we drop new content, because this is your go-to whenever you need the authentic story of what is currently trending on any topic across Nigeria. Thank you very much, and let's go ahead and watch this particular video.
It is quite obvious that Nnamdi Kanu will never drop the agitation for Biafra. If the federal government of Nigeria is asking a man who has been discharged and acquitted by a very qualified court in the Federal Republic of Nigeria to drop his agitation, or they are still harboring the intention to keep him in incarceration, it simply means that the federal government of Nigeria is absolutely lawless.
You know, it's just unfortunate that the much anticipated dream for Nnamdi Kanu to be released this year or before the end of this year is becoming a worse and a shattered dream. It's just so unfortunate. Honestly speaking, despite the promises, the words that our governors, our senators, our representatives has given us that very soon he will be released. It's just unfortunate. Remember, this man we are talking about is a man that the Apex Court in Nigeria has found not guilty, discharged him and acquitted him. But unfortunately, a group of people, or should I say, somebody somewhere, still hold him down for some reasons. I don't know. I told you guys on this channel that this sudden, coming out of governors and senators and representatives to come and tell us that we should not worry, that very soon Nnamdi Kanu will be released, that the federal government, the president has promised them that he will be released soon. I told you guys that something was behind that. And what are we seeing now? What are we seeing now? Governor Oti came out on national TV and said, my stand on the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Don't worry, I have met the president. I'm not going to say everything public, but the president has promised me, the president has assured me that very soon, in fact, as soon as possible, that he's going to be released.
Issue of Nnamdi Kanu. I'm sure some of you know where I stand on the matter, and I have personally been engaging. All I want is for him to come out. I don't believe in media show, because after media show, if it doesn't come out, it makes no sense. A lot of our people have been engaging with the presidency. I've gone to the president myself and pleaded for him to be released, and I have assurance that he will be released. I have assurance that he will be released. I have assurance that he will be released. That is where I will leave it. I don't want to put everything in the media space, because it's not going to help him come out.
And all of us all anticipated that in the next court that Nnamdi Kanu will be going, that he will be released. Unfortunately, even the day he went to court, many people did not know. I was aware. I got a very short clip about that event, and they went there. They just talk and talk and talk, and they postponed it till next year. And of course, we also saw some of the senators coming out to tell us, don't worry, don't worry. But you see, all these things happening now, I don't really blame the government or the president for anything. I don't really blame them. The people I blame so much are these Igbo leaders. Honestly speaking, because most times they will be the one who will flame the whole thing up. And when they see that the thing is now burning, they will be the one who will slide back and begin to call for help. Honestly speaking, You know why I say this? You remember, 4 years ago when Nnamdi Kanu was adopted, and even before his adoption, they are the one who came out and was like, hey, proscribe this IPOB, proscribe them. They are proscribed, they are terrorists. And the federal government went ahead to proscribe IPOB and call them terrorist group and terrorists. They are doing terrorist activities and all that and all that. Today, how far? The head of the terrorists is the one you are fighting for now. Oh, God. So, honestly speaking, I do not really blame the government. I blame Igbo leaders. I blame Igbo leaders. And then, of course, when he was adopted, so many of them came out and said, oh, thank God, at last we can have peace in the eastern part of Nigeria. How far? How far? Now, they started saying they put the blame now on Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa has been detained for a couple of weeks now. How far? Has there been peace in the southeast? Honestly speaking, when I saw this video last night, this video I'm about to show you now about what this man said, the first thing that came to my mind was this Dele Farotimi's book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System. That was the first thing that came into my head. I wouldn't want to say much about that, but I'm just, trying to remind you how far and where we are today. That even after their promises, even after their words, that don't worry, the president has promised us, don't worry, everything is going to be fine, just calm down, just how far. The year is gradually coming. In fact, the year has come to an end in just a couple of weeks we have in this week. And I mean, in this month, and this year will be a thing of past. How far? Nnamdi Kanu's case is next year.
It is quite obvious that Nnamdi Kanu will never drop the agitation for Biafra. If the federal government of Nigeria is asking a man who has been discharged and acquitted by a very qualified court in the Federal Republic of Nigeria to drop his agitation, or they are still harboring the intention to keep him in incarceration, it simply means that the federal government of Nigeria is absolutely lawless. Because no one individual is above the law. 7 judges sat, and after each one of them had verified the case, came out boldly and said that this man has committed no wrong by simply asking for a nation where he thinks, where he believes himself and his people will have their destiny fulfilled. He has done no wrong. So, if this federal government being led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing that, it is absolutely wrong. It is absolutely illegal. It is absolutely inhuman. My very self, I believe that Nnamdi Kanu will never drop the agitation of Biafra. Thank you.
Now, following this development, an Enugu court gave a ruling in favor of the indigenous people of Biafra and slammed the federal government for proscribing IPOB as a terrorist group, that IPOB are organized group seeking for independence, and self-determination is the right of all humans. But after that ruling, it had not been challenged. There is no stay of execution on that ruling in favor of IPOB, that they are not terrorist group, that the government of Nigeria made a very costly mistake by proscribing them. None of the Committee of Nations have recognized or proscribed IPOB as a terror group. So condemning the action of the Nigerian government. Yet, people are still describing them as proscribed IPOB. Could it be as a result of hatred, or they don't want to comply with the directives or court injunctions?
Nigeria is a theater of comedy. Every day you see comedies within the peripheries of Nigerian politics. Nnamdi Kanu himself called Nigeria a zoo, as a company of animals. And if you look at the behavior of our so-called educated people in the political arena, you cannot but agree with Nnamdi Kanu. How can a court in this country call IPOB a terrorist group? What kind of a court is that? What kind of a judge is that? What kind of a justice is that? Who is that learned gentleman who will call a peaceful organization a terrorist group when evidently there are terrorist groups in the north? You know, East is a peaceful place. I've always said it. God lives in the East. So you can always find peace in the East. We Easterners are Christians. And by our Christian ethics, we are taught to be peaceful. We are Jews. By our Jewish origin, we are taught to be peaceful. So a group cannot rise up in the East demanding for sovereignty in the face of evident marginalization here, and you call that group a terrorist group. That person needs to have his head checked. Thank you.
Well, thank you. You said Nnamdi Kanu, of whom you know, can never change his mind.
He can never.
As he has maintained his composure or position, however, others are exasperating, despite the subjugation, the incarceration for more than 4 years now.
Yeah.
He says he's not going to back down.
I don't see him backing down at all. He won't back down. He said we have gotten to the Rubicon. We have gotten to a state where there is no going back. You see, Biafra is the right of Biafrans, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Delay is not denial. Let them keep delaying. But one day, what God has proposed will come to pass.
All right. So, what's your thought about it? What's your thought? As I said earlier, we keep our fingers crossed and we pray that God will, touch their hearts, our leaders' heart, to release him as soon as possible. Right? So, thank you for watching. I can't forget to say, God bless you.
If you made it this far and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please smash that red subscribe button below. And don't forget that we're waiting for you in the comment section. Please read or watch to understand and not to argue. Okay, because what is currently happening in Nigeria right now, we all know and we all can feel it. So don't forget to let us know what you think about it. What is the way forward? What do you think the government could do better? Which area do you think they could improve on, or which area do you think they can also work on? If you haven't subscribed yet, smash that red subscribe button below, please, and give you a big hug. Welcome to the family. Thank you very much, and see you on the next one.